Ahoy, hoy. Here it is. At long last. Why have you got such sensible guitars? Well, I wouldn't call this sensible. Whilst on holiday up the north, I always look for two things. One is timber suppliers, the other one is guitar shops. And I found this in a guitar shop in, I think, Perth. It is, of course, an Epiphone Flying V. Now, the first time I saw Flying V, I think it was Albert King on a video, had one with a big old tremolo down here, actually going across the bottom of the V, which was quite spectacular. The second time I saw one was the great Randy Rhoads. He had, I think, a Floyd or a Kahler in there. And the third time was Jim Martin from Faith No More. So I knew one day I would actually have to have one. What's often thought is that, of course, this must be a 70s style guitar, because look at it, it's all that kind of look that people had in the 70s with spiky things. Well, that was their second coming. These are 1950s designs. Gibson decided to have a bit of rejuvenation of their lines and make things a bit more hip. And so they got rid of the Les Paul. And they also brought in three new designs, which was the Flying V, the Explorer, and I think, was it called the RD, the RS? That one didn't last quite as long. And this has come and gone over the years. I think black with a white scratch plate is probably the classic look. Gavin not tuning his guitars up before he turns on the video is another classic. So, from a sitting position, it is not the easiest of guitars. Do you put it there? Do you put your hand around here? Do you find that electronics need doing again? Of course you do. Standing up, it's actually quite a comfortable guitar, even though it looks ridiculous. That's a bit of dirt. Exactly what you would expect. Glue in neck, single ply scratch plate, I'll look up that serial number and tell you some stats underneath about what it's all about. I've always found them to be really rich in midtones, a bit like Les Pauls. Is that to do with the wood? Is it to do with the neck joint? Yes, no. Change it all with an EQ pedal anyway, so what's the problem? Lovely, thick, very wide neck, which gives it a great feeling of sort of substance, as if the huge amount of wood on the back end didn't. As always with these things, what would I change? Well, the headstock. It always seems a bit of a beak to me. I'd change the pickups to something, not a metal machine thing. I'd probably put in, you know, some nice paths, something silver coated, something with a bit more teeth, something a little bit more forgiving. These are just a bit plain really for my liking, but purchased for, I think it was £140, £130. You can't say fairer than that. Obviously it didn't come with a case, and yes, I did buy a lightning stripe strap for it, because what other strap would go with something like this? I'm glad it doesn't have a trem, and let's face it, one day a gig will come along and it will call for a large bearded bloke and a spiky guitar, and this will be ready and waiting. Probably once I've, no, maybe it's just the leads then, sorted that out. So that was another fun buy from Gavin's Grotty Guitars. What's next time? Who can tell? Let's see. Toodle pip.